Okay. Caddie should be starting up shortly. Yes, I am. And yes, welcome everyone who has shown up so far. This is Caddie with you today, being very kitty-esque. I am a Mulin today, which is a kitty. So, ta-da! Wow, 3 of you already. Nice. Well, welcome to the stream. If you miss anything or if you have to leave for any reason, remember I will upload this to, well, it does automatically upload here to Twitch to the recordings, and I do put it on my YouTube on the Wednesday of the week that it records. So, if you miss anything, you can either see it here or there. Enjoy in any shape you like. But by all means, I do prefer whenever you come enjoy it with me. Hello, Wild Fox. And that way you can interact like Wild Fox just did. Interacted. I interacted. We interacted. We had a thing. Didn't it feel good? Y'all feel good? I knew you did. Anyway, I was rather behind today, so I just barely got set up in time to start right on the penny. Let's walk around here. Find someplace comfortable to be. So I gotta hide my chat for a moment so I can see. Let's go find a place to be. We're in a coffee house. So, not in the bar, preferably. Staying in front of it's fine, though. There we go. Pull back up my chat so I don't lose all of you. But Mad Cat, thank you. Were you waiting till I had hidden chat to do that? Naughty, naughty kitten. Thank you. I so appreciate that. You were such a sweetheart. Oh, you gave gift subs to 5 whole peepsels. Thank you for gifting to Captain Stouty, and to Hilpit, Scarone 13X, TD Man, and Wild Fox. All you wonderful beings get to have the ad-free experience for the next 30 days. Woot! Go for ad-free. And Mad Cat, you have definitely helped the local finances. Woo! Slowly but surely, I'm trying to make things like Twitch and Patreon pay for full body. I just need to be able to afford the 3 trackers, which is around $480. Probably $500 after you add tax and all that chonk. But that's in the to-do list. So, just saving up, being a good little kitty, not wasting, not spending all the money ahead of time. Though, it'll be nice. I happily love kicking my leggies with all of you. So, welcome to the coffee bar today. As a aficionado of espresso and a lot of things coffee related, this place seemed moderately appropriate for myself. For any of you that don't know, we do own a regular drip coffee maker. But I don't have it for making coffee. I actually have it for making Thai iced tea. Because it's really the most efficient way to deal with that particular loose tea when I'm trying to make a whole pitcher of it at a time. So we have a 12-cup Mr. Coffee that most of the time hides under the counter unless I feel like making a, big old jug of Thai iced tea. But the coffee maker, and I say in biggest quotes ever, is our DeLonghi. She is a lovely pump espresso maker. We've had this particular one. It's our second DeLonghi. That says something. Whenever you've had to the point where you say you have a second pump-based espresso maker in your life, you drank a lot of coffee. That, and we lived in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, which water is practically chewable. It's that hard. And even with using the decalcifier a couple of times on it, eventually the innards were just chunky. I need to get around replacing my Keurig machine. If it works, it's good. The moment it doesn't work, it sucks. We actually considered picking up a off-brand Keurig that can just use the K-cups, because you can get one for like $20. Just so we have the options. But it's hard to justify for the amount it costs to pay for the little potty things, which is the whole reason we would want to get it, not because we want to use it to make just regular coffee. If I'm going to make coffee, I'm going to do it in my DeLonghi, because delicious fresh espresso over regular coffee. When we still lived in Carlisle, we were actually using this particular machine before we moved 6 years ago at this point. So we were using it then, and I recognized at some point, not only could I not words in the morning before I had coffee, I also realized I was making sometimes 6 or more double shots of espresso during a day. Anyone who knows how much caffeine you probably should and shouldn't have in a 24-hour period, pretty sure that's over that number. So I learned I needed to stop doing that. That, and if I ever managed to somehow words on a day off that I didn't drink coffee, I had a high probability of having the didn't have coffee migraine. Something I know I got from my mother because she always got those. And I almost wanted to tell her on Sundays, make coffee, Mom. You won't feel as bad because you're getting off your drug. But now the coffee maker, the espresso maker, is basically designated to a weekends only thing. Trying to keep myself to normality, not addiction, and the fact that then you more enjoy what you're getting as opposed to doing it on a day-to-day basis, in which point it just becomes a necessity over a fun. I remember when I was just early on in my coffee addiction, when I went to a convention the day early, I think it was a Fur Fright, and I was stuck at this location where I didn't know where anything was other than the hotel facilities. I ended up buying a double shot of espresso from the Starbucks, paying way too much for it, and being disappointed compared to what I normally would make at home. So, yeah. Good to not be addicted to your particular vices if you can be. Just enjoy them when you enjoy them as opposed to enjoying them because you need them to brain and words. But yeah, here we are at a lovely coffee bar in VR chat because reasons. And it's a pretty place. I'll take you on more of a tour here in a bit, but figure we'd just stand somewhere that was comfy. So, things that have been going on that are interesting. Well, my car is smarter than me in a few ways. One of those ways is it knows when it's supposed to actually get an oil change. And fortunately, it's not the angry, you're running low on oil, get this thing in the machine now, get oil out and fresh oil in. It wasn't because I got that message. It was the, you should go change your oil soon message that pops up in the little odometer digital readout section thingy. So, that was January. That it started popping up. And I have been trying since then to end up at Walmart when it's not a 2-hour wait. If you know me well enough, you realize that I may wake up for work on a Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Well, I'm sorry. My alarm goes off at 8 a.m. I hit the snooze button one time, and then I get out of bed at 8:10 a.m. Sometimes 8:11, depending on how quickly I can stand up. But I have to make that happen. And come Friday night, I don't want to go to bed at work bedtime, which is, midnight. Because I can finally stay up and relax and do things, hang out with my friends and chat online, etc., etc. I actually enjoy VR chat. I mean, come on, why wouldn't you? You spend money on a toy that you strap onto your face and little controllers on your hands. You're going to want to actually play with this on your free time. So, it's hard for me to get to bed early, and even harder to set a, beep-de-beep thing to get me up on a day off earlier than I would normally do so for work to get the oil changed. Here we are. It's May. I finally managed. The trick being, I didn't make myself do it on Saturday. Saturday is sacred in my book in the sense that unless I absolutely have to, the beeping annoying machine does not have to go off at any time. Unless I absolutely have to be somewhere on a Saturday morning, I wake up when I wake up. I get to sleep. I get to get that rest that my body really probably wants and needs. And it's probably one and needed all the 5 days of work that came before it. So I managed to set the magical beep beep machine Sunday morning. Now, as I said earlier, work days, beep beep happens at 8/8:10 to get me out of bed. I found out when Walmart does start the oil changes. It is 7 a.m., at least at my Walmart. Yours may vary or whatnot. But in this particular Walmart, it's 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Local time that you can get in there and get your fluid cycled. So I set the alarm for 6:30 in the morning. Before going to bed, I did load up Mr. DeLonghi with a fresh puck of grounds, made sure the water was sufficiently filled, and had the cup ready to go under the squirty-majig part. Let's just say I did successfully get out of the bed at 6:31 a.m. I was pretty impressed, especially since I had trouble getting to bed soon enough. I didn't get into the bed until still almost midnight. But I got up, 6:31, came downstairs, made my first double shot, knocked it back, made my second one because I knew I needed it. Sat down and enjoyed it while I played on the internet for a bit, trying to make sure my, my eyeballs were focusing and my everything was going to work before I went and tried to drive a vehicle. Because I'm not too stupid. And though I really wanted to be there at 7 a.m. when they opened the door, I didn't succeed at getting to the house that quickly. In fact, I didn't probably get out of the house till about 7:15 at the earliest. Might have been closer to 20 after. I'll say, though, that was successful enough. I will consider myself not to have failed this game. Because I managed to get to the Walmart, get into the Walmart from the service entrance back by the oil changey place. I had to wait around about 10 minutes for the guy to show up because he was someplace. But got it all sorted, got my car signed in, I got my little tag. And I wasn't totally stupid here. I had both my purse with me and my MP3 player. because I knew I was about to have an adventure being bored in Walmart for a time. Now, I mentioned earlier I was trying to come to Walmart when it wasn't going to be a 2-hour wait. And as he hands me my tag, he says, probably going to be about an hour and a half. I'm like, you know what? But we're just doing this. We're just doing this. I'm done putting this off. We're making this happen. I'll get some steps in walking around Walmart. We're going to accomplish this goal today. By the time everything was said and done, it was 7:30 as I officially had gotten my little barcode and walked away from the dude who now has my car key and the ability to use my car. Fortunately, at 7:30 in the morning, this Walmart is not busy. In fact, I think there's more employees in this Walmart than there are customers by a long shot. And they weren't in my way doing stocking too much. I was able to easily walk around. I browsed first like the toys, wonder where Legos were, and some of the other things I like to look at that are collectible-ish. Collectible in my eyes, not necessarily collectible in an actual collectible sense. Looked around all the homeware stuff, looked at potentially a new microwave, and hated everything that was there, so that's not changing anytime soon. I went through all the Mother's Day stuff and the poolside stuff. Moderately amused by the unicorn with the horn that sprays water out of it because it made me giggle. I didn't buy it, but it's only $20 and hooks up to a hose and is 5 feet tall. So if you're an inflatables person and want a 5-foot tall unicorn that has water spraying options, check your local Walmart. Did browse a few more sections, went through like all of the kitchenware sections, everything. Heck, I even went through and looked at a few grocery items I was considering picking up if I felt like shopping by the time all of this was done. But I didn't want to pick up stuff and then like be sitting around with a cart full of purchased bags and looking confusing back by the oil change section. Because you'd have to check out in the front of the store and then walk back to the opposite corner of the store where the oil change is with your purchased items in your cart. And I prefer to not look that creepy and just be sitting around with a cart full of purchased items in bags. I've had enough times when I got questioned leaving a Walmart whenever I didn't bag something that didn't fit in a bag. Like, oh, did you pay for that? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. I don't know, Davey. Can I see your receipt? No. I'm going to have to see it anyway. Fine. Dig it out, find it, hand it to them. Where is it on there? I point at it. Are you sure that... Oh, if you think I'm stealing stuff, call the police and let them handle it. I am done dealing with you. You're in my way. You're making my day harder. I don't want to... I'm just done with this. That has happened before, and I hate it. So I do my best to avoid letting the Walmart Gestapo have any chance to question my existence. If anything, I got in really good with the door greeter on the door section I go in and out of on Thursday on grocery shopping. He knows me. He trusts me. He actually just thinks I'm a nice guy. He don't know me real well, do he? Nah, but I am a nice guy, and he does like me. He's actually a nice old dude. But that way, I don't get harassed at the door. That makes my life easier. So, it was almost an hour to the penny when I looked at my phone and I saw I'd gotten the message saying, your car's ready for pickup. It's finished. I was like, that's less than an hour and a half. That's pretty good. I went to pick it up. Unfortunately, I was at pretty much the opposite corner of the store when I got the message, so it took me a minute or two to get over there. Dude was nice as usual. It was only like $35 for the oil change, and I mean, I can't complain. $35 is pretty darn cheap for something like that. Could I, purchase oil and a filter and do this myself? Yeah, but I'd also have to purchase something to put the car up on, like some ramps or something, or have a friend who has a garage or has ramps already that I could get up on. Then I have to dispose of the oil, and they frown on you just putting that trash can. So, just paying someone $35 to do it for me is 10 bits of hassle I don't have to deal with. And fortunately, they do actually do a modest check on your car when it's in there to let you know things. The only thing they got to let me know on that was not in a good status is something I already kind of knew, but because it was showing up on there, I actually went and dealt with it. All my wiper blades were listed as bad. Bonus that I came out on a rainy morning to go to Walmart to get my oil changed. So I was there at Walmart in the rain with bad wipers. Smart. In my defense, normally if it's raining and I have to drive and I don't have to drive, I often just wouldn't, okay? And even if I did, most of the driving we do is 5 minutes away to that same Walmart and the Meijer that's across the road from it. So at worst, I'm driving in-town speeds for about 5 minutes each way in whatever weather it is. And again, I would probably avoid it just because I didn't feel like loading the car in the rain at said 2 stores. So I'd probably just skip it and go back the next day when it wasn't raining, hopefully. So the fact that the wipers were bad only would affect me when I had to drive and it was raining. Like, say, going to a convention in Chicago. Yes, of course, it rained on the way to, MFF. Why wouldn't it? I had to drive the car. Therefore, you're going to have rain. This is how the world works. Don't you understand these things? So after I got home from Walmart, I did look up the wiper blades I was going to need at a reputable source. And, well, then I took the information I had and went on to Amazon and found them at about a third of the price for the full set of 3 blades. If you're curious, my car takes a 24, I think it was a 20. Let me go check. Doot. Because I still haven't my Amazon list. No, that thing. Man, I can't do anything today, can I? There you go. Amazon. It is a 24, a 17, and an 11. And something went ding. Was that something important? Nothing there. No, don't. Just go away. There we go. Okay, nothing critical there either. All right, good. Back to what I was doing. Hello, Raider Sonic. Lovely to see you. Welcome to me being a silly kitty. So, Sunday. This was like yesterday, Sunday. I found my full set of wiper blades for about $22 with good reviews that you could tell were, at least appeared to not be just automated generated reviews. And I ordered them. And today around 1 p.m. they actually even already showed up. And while I was on one of my work breaks, I even took the rear one off, which was a fun adventure in of itself, and replaced it. So yay! All right, I drive a Dodge Caliber, which is a small station wagon. Basically, it's an SUV top put on the frame of a car, which is actually really nice because it drives real good and gets good gas mileage because it's not running an SUV's engine, but it looks kind of like one, just shorter. Now, the little flippity bobbly, I need to remember to change mine. Keep forgetting to do that. Yeah, I know. Always a pain to remember to do it, isn't it? So I was able to figure out, okay, I have the new wiper blade. I have the old one that's still attached. I can only pull it off so far because it's got a springy arm thingy. And okay, looking at the new blade, there's a little releasey diddly on there. Okay, this is how it's got to fit in there. So that means there's probably a releasey doodly on the inside of here. So I had to pull the blade off the window as far as I could, bend it outward, so that it's almost doing a kickstand model on the window, on the rear window. So I could reach my finger in there, and eventually switched over to using a pair of needle nose pliers because my finger was starting to hurt after I tried to do this for a little bit, to press this little release button up towards the arm so that I could slide the blade back, because it was apparently a hook on the end that the wiper slides into and secures itself into somehow, some way. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I guess it stays on there by love and all of the energy in the world for as much effort as it was to take the stupid thing out. So I figured it out enough that I was able to pull that out. And then I went to put the other one in. I'm like, how do? Because the little hole was just big enough to wedge in there. At first I thought I wasn't doing it right, but I was like, oh, I'm just not being as mean as I need to be. Jammed it up in there, figured it out, slid into place, and I was able to put on one of the 3 wiper blades, which will probably be the hardest one. Because I've replaced front blades before on previous vehicle. Effectively, there's just a little latch. The blade pops off. You pop the new whole unit into place. And you pop the new little latch down. Ta-da. And you're done. So that's after I'm done here tonight. I'll probably do that, or tomorrow. I mean, I'm not driving the car again until Thursday night, most likely. So that's not exactly a rush to hurry. And it's not like the wipers don't work. They're just not really that great anymore. They're pretty sad about make the window clean and stuff. And if $20 makes the car work, be more fun to drive and safer in the rain, we're going to go with that. So yes, that's an accomplishment for now. Oil change, check. Wipers, half check. I mean, they're all purchased, so I just got to put them on, and that's not going to take long. So yay to that. And as of this last week, we succeeded at another set of chaos being completed. On March 31st, just before midnight, turning it into April 1st, aka April Fool's Day, there was a tornado that went by very close to where our house is. Close enough that we had wind damage that knocked down a very large tree, which took out a part of our fence. And also another part of our fence got wonkied and, broken by the wind, not from the tree, just from the frickin' wind, knocked over a big chunk of our fence. took out our power lines, did a bunch of other fun damage to random stuff that we don't care about. And no one got hurt, but it was an ordeal and meant we were away from home for a week due to lack of stuff. Anyway, as of last week, we officially got the last parts of this sorted. The parts we were in the end waiting for were fence repair, which just got completed last week. Fortunately, that's not like life-threatening. It just meant our fence was not all there in the one spot where the tree went through it, and the other part that was leaning down was, well, leaning down. But fence repair guys showed up, got everything put in place, boards up, and we even paid it, like, the next day. And they were apparently shocked that we actually paid them right away. Apparently, that's not something people normally do to this company. They will sit on you have to pay half down, and then you owe the other half afterwards. They were really surprised we were ready to just pay the other half as soon as they were done. And we were like, yeah, we don't want to owe money. We wanted this sorted. I mean, the insurance is paying us back anyway. We might as well just pay you, and then we get paid back. Life is good. End of story. Period. Done. Over. So we got that taken care of. And the other remaining thing, because the electrical box on our house had gotten ripped off, that actually got to be replaced by an electrician. But he couldn't put the two grounding wires in until we had, the before you dig people. Anyone that works in pretty much any service industry that involves things under the ground, you're aware of the before you dig people. Or if you've done things like put in a swimming pool in your backyard or anything that involves digging a lot of yard up, you're probably aware of the before you dig people. He called and put in for a before you dig on the 3rd of April. It took them about 3 weeks to come out and spray paint on our lawn and put up little yellow flags for where the gas line went, so they knew where not to drill a hole in the ground to put these couple of wires. And as of last week, he finally was able to show up, and without even interrupting our power again, put the couple of grounding wires in, attached them onto the stuff thingies, wrote him the last check we had to write for this, and sent him on his merry way. So all the repairs finished. Nationwide was happy to see the final receipt show up, sent it on in. They were like, okie dokie, we'll mail you a check. And when I came back home Sunday, it was already there Saturday, I checked the mailbox. Ta-da! Letter from Nationwide with check. While I was out on Thursday doing grocery shopping, I picked up some night deposit envelopes from our bank because they don't think they need to be open when I'm not at work. And I could probably run up there on my lunchtime, but I don't want to spend my lunch break sitting in a line to, talk to the bank. I like to use my lunch break to eat and relax, not do something stressful and sitting in a line worrying that I'm not going to get back from lunch in time to punch back into work. I know, silly me, worrying that I would not be able to work and not getting to eat, silly me. What am I thinking? Fortunately, they do keep night deposit envelopes available most of the time. Thursday when I went, not only did they have them, they were stacked in there so tight you could barely wedge them out of the pile. So, yay. Night deposit envelopes acquired. I got about 10 of them so that next time I have to deposit something, I'm ready to go. Because I don't want to have to deal with that being part of the process of, oh, you got to get an envelope. Then you're going to go back again the next day or in a couple days with the envelope filled out, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to just be able to go there with the filled out envelope with a check in it, drop it in the magic slot, and then the next day, ta-da, I have money in my account. Oh, that's nice. Oh, you're a bot. Where's mod view? Can I just Oh, there we are. I'll have Autumn go ahead and ban that person. Oh, I think I already did it. Yay, I did it. Go back. There we go. That's helpful. No worry, my little Fopsy-Roo. Just call it timing. That's right when someone decided to come in and spam bot at me. Naughty, naughty children. They knew you left your desk, didn't they? They saw it happening. All the bad guys. Anyway. Still would like to get to help on the channel for streams if you're wanting. I have the one. And they live with me. At least for now, we're probably okay. I mean, my average viewership is only... I think I broke 12 once, so... having one's good enough for right now. An ad break. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, well, ad break. I'm going to just sit here and dance for everybody while there's an ad break. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Now, where was my train of thought anyway? So I don't forget where I am whenever this ends. Wow, Choo Choo Train really went away, didn't it? Ad break should be about over soon. Boopy-doopy-doo. Anyway, I think that's probably long enough. And that can go away. I don't need to have that. Alright, I messed things up. I messed things up. Yay. Camera. Alright. I pressed a button. That's my fault. Now, where are you? There you are. I see you. And unanchored to me, and I will... Get over there. All right. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll call that. Boop. There. Well, I did something stupid while we were on ad break. I know. It's my own fault for touching things. I touched something, and it's... I remember not to do that in the future. All right. Brain Choo Choo, where were you now? Oh yeah, the tornado damage. So yeah, we finally got all the stuff in. I have the check ready. It's actually I have the deposit envelope sitting on my jacket, so when I go out Thursday night, I'm going to be able to drop that off at the bank. And we have all that money back in the account. Well, everything they're paying us back anyway. Annoyingly, everything from the house's damage, the fence's damage, that was all covered. The actual removal of the tree, that was not all covered. So we ended up eating a lot of that. But everything else, we got back. So yay, that'll be going into one of our checking accounts here on Thursday. And Friday we'll have access to it. So yay. Something sorted. So that's taken care of. We even got our trash cans replaced. Oh, that was a fun adventure too. When we moved in 6 years ago, the house came with the 2 trash cans, the recycling and the regular trash. They're city-provided cans that the mechanical arm of the garbage truck picks up, shakes into itself, and then puts back down. They were a little beat up when we moved in 6 years ago. They've been getting worse. Both cans had some big cracks in them. The lid of the regular trash had popped off several times. And as of last Wednesday morning, when we got up, we looked out and said, "Oh, the trash can's back where it belongs." The lid was not where it belonged. It was out in the middle of the road. Autumn was very helpful. My Fopsy Woo figured out where on the city's website it was that we needed to go to replace that. They came and picked up our trash cans. And we got shiny new, more or less new, trash cans. So yay! I was pretty happy about that. I'm not missing any alerts, am I? No. Okay, just making sure. There we go. Anyway, so we got our lovely new trash cans showed up with lids that are fully attached, which is always a bonus when it comes to trash can lids on trash cans that the machine picks up and shakes like it's stupid and then throws back on the ground like, a basketball. Little bonus, the recycling cans have a yellow lid. At least they do when they start. Ours, when it was finally surrendered, the yellow lid was no longer even remotely yellow. It was barely off-white. And now we got the fresh new can off the back of that. I don't know what kind of truck you'd call it. It's kind of like a flatbeddy pickup truck kind of thing with the big KG back to it. And yay, he dropped off the 2 fresh cans, took away the 2 busted ones, and went away. And now they're better. And yellow, it's so yellow. It is stupid bright yellow. So that happened. We're happy. It's been a positive last week or so for that kind of stuff. So we've had good moments for our housing zone. The fence looks lovely. The grounding wires, actually looked at them. I'm like, oh, 2 little holes in the ground with wires coming out of them that links back to the box. I don't think we had those before. I think that's a new thing that they start doing since after our electrical box had been put in the last time. So, yeah. I think we're a little bit safer than we were, 2 months ago. Not that I'd opt to have my electrical box ripped off of my house just to know that I could get something that works safer, but, it's happened. And, it's over. Grounded electric supply is so overrated. You are right, my Fopsy Woo. It's so overrated. I mean, you don't want to put like your computers on a grounded situation or anything. That's way more fun when they get power surges and just start making the magical blue smoke. I love when that lets the magical blue smoke out of things. I have had to fix kitty chews on cables. Yes. Fortunately, we don't have any kitties to do that. And I don't chew on the cables. I'm smart enough not to do that. I have had to help look at computers that had the magic blue smoke escape them before. One of them was due to lightning damage. This was a long, long time ago. Way, way in the past. Oh, this is a cute Raider Sonic. Thank you for the hug and the love. No chewing on cables, though. Got it? Back when I'd first moved out of my parents' house, I was renting the spare room in a friend's house. I'm sorry, a friend's parents' house who had moved out of it. And they were just letting the kids still live there that were now adults. A neighbor down the street had a lightning strike on their house. Scary, really scary concept. Their house was fine. They were okay, but their computer was not. Ooh, I think I got a boop. That is definitely a boop. Go away, menu. There we go. Other menu. I have 2 alerts. Because reasons. I accept both. I'm very accepting. Anyway, this was way, way in the before times, back in early 2000 somethings. And I think it was an E-machine, one of those off-the-shelf store computers. And you could smell it. The moment I had touched this computer, I could smell what had gone wrong. It was that bad. Definitely the power supply had let out the magic blue smoke. But that wasn't the only port of entry. This was back in the days of the dial-up. And in one of the PCI slots was a dial-up modem that had been plugged in. You know how in a plug, I know most of you don't even know what a telephone plug is anymore. Think of an Ethernet cable plug, same kind of thing. They're just those little kind of wires that press down on the cable itself. Hello, my little Evie. So those little wires that normally are pressing down on the cable itself on the inside, in the little black plastic hood where they live, they were flipped the entire way back and were black and crispy. Yes, I have a little Evie with me, and that's... There you are. He's a good little fluff. So, I was told this particular computer was being officially surrendered. The insurance was already paying for it, etc. Their homeowner's insurance was covering all their actual damages. So I was told, here, keep it. I was like, okay, I'll see what I can salvage out of this. Obviously, the power supply is toast. That modem is toast. I don't really care because it's a dial-up modem and meh. So I ended up taking the motherboard and stuff out of the case. I bought a inexpensive, are you playing with my tail? I think you are. I got an inexpensive, like $50 case with power supply. Jacked it. I jacked the motherboard into it. The only things that were wrong with this computer, the PCI slot where that modem had been plugged in was fried. The power supply obviously was dead. I was able to reinstall Windows on it and use it as a file server for quite a few years before it finally died from possibly symptoms of what all had happened to it on Lightning Strike Day. But hey, I made that work. Lightning is a scary thing. Always use surge protectors and grounding when putting in your valuable electronics. They're not going to save you, not by a long shot, but they'll keep you a little bit better off. That was weird feedback. Anyway. Hold on. Sorry about that. Tried to redirect that away from the microphone if I could. Yeah. So I've spent a lot of time fixing random computers over the years. That was one of the more adventurous ones. More than a few times people had sacrificed computers to the they're completely useless, don't do anything, and I used, at the time, Windows 98 Second Edition install disk and went, hey, look, Windows works now. And it seems to work pretty darn good. Clean install. Slap a $10 network card into it. Maybe an extra hard drive for storage. And, Mad Cat, thank you. Sir, you gave all those subscriptions to everyone else. Well, thank you for getting one for you too. That way you don't have to deal with ads either. You were being nice to everybody. You need to be nice to you too. And I'm glad you're nice to you too. Also, I really appreciate it. It really does help a lot. Don't neglect yourself. You're a good kitten and you deserve to have things too. I remember at my at that location I lived at, I had set up my computer desk in a weird location, and I had space to put several other sacrificed computers as like file servers for myself or other things to work from. I looked like a little command station, and it amused me. Nowadays, normally at my desk, there's only one computer. Occasionally a laptop will also be there if I'm, updating something while I'm working on something else. But normally the laptops stay in other locations. Two of them live in the living room and one of them lives in the bedroom because, that's where they live. And I know you can't see it by my pointing, but right over there is the cabinet in the front of my computer desk where the older laptops all kind of reside. Both my old big Toshiba desktop replacements that I'd had for travel and whatnot in the before times, and my Asus Triple E, the little pink monster known as Pepto. Small V. E small. Who's a small little EV? You are. You're down on the floor. Who's a good fluff? You're good fluff. I love you, sweet sweet. I gave up dealing with more than one desktop computer on at a given time, partly because it was more expensive to try and keep them all running power-wise, and there wasn't really a point to it. At this point, I can have, well, the computer that I'm working from right now, that my VR headset is plugged into, that is what I'm using to talk to all of you through, also has 3 regular monitors plugged into it, 2 27s and a 23, and my drawing tablet, the 15-inch XP Pen tablet. So that's 4 total monitors plus a VR headset plugged in. I don't really think there's a point in having another computer there if this computer can handle everything that I need to deal with. You know, basically just slide this window over here, slide that one over there, and make use of my space. And I'm not just cheating for myself. I did make sure that the little Eevee here also has similar availability. We both have the 227 inches and a 23-inch monitor on our computers. So, this is good. I like having us both have plenty of desktop space to play with. My little cutie's over there doing something. And upstairs on our work computers, we get provided laptops, which have a screen, and we both have plugged into them 2 more monitors, so we have a total of 3 screens for that, because space. Once you have gotten used to more than one monitor, I found it's a lot harder to go back to one. Also, when you're used to a computer that works, you find out how much you feel restricted when you're on a computer that doesn't. Case in point, during our week of exile from our house where my gaming rig lives, the only fun computer I took with me was my laptop that lives in the living room. Normally, all I do on that is browse the internet. And maybe talk on Discord or Telegram or something. Nothing really serious. I'm not like gaming on or anything. I think I played Mech Commander on maybe something else. There's my tiny. That is a tiny Eevee that's hiding in the bar behind me. I see its fluff in its legs and its underwear. Having lived with just that computer for a week, I learned how much I miss having a good computer that I could access at a given time. I did try and run VR chat on it twice. Let's just say I wasn't successful. Are you just... There you are. Okay, you actually spawned all... I see you, but you're not showing up on stream. That's weird. There you are. I think the something is eating you. It might be my tail. Maybe if you go to the left a little more towards the bar stool. No, your head's getting eaten by something. Yeah, whenever you jump up, I can see you, but when you're in front of the bar, I can't see you. Weird. Let's move over here. That way you'll be more visible. Boop. Here. We'll use this as the background for right now. In fact, there. Now you have somewhere you can stand and be up a little bit and be more on camera. Oh, you're in the... You're a goofball. Sitting in a fruit bowl. I'm going to get where I can... There. Camera's not eating you, and you're visible. Okay, anyway. Yeah, after a week of using that computer that just barely did stuff, it was an experience. It was disheartening when I tried to load VR chat, and I everybody was stuttering. Nothing was loading. I was on fallback avatars with everybody, and nothing was moving right. It stunkied. Oh, and oh, Wild, I'm sorry, Miss Singh, if you disappeared. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for showing up. And also, hello, Netsu. You are so cute. Welcome to the stream, my little one. Licking my floofy cheeks. Though I was not alone where we were, obviously my little Fopsy Woo was with me, and we were staying at a friend's house, so I had 2 humans local that I could talk to. But the fact that I was not able to get online and chat with people that, well, quite frankly, had been helping me relax in the evenings, it sucked. I understand when someone's like, oh, I can't get on a VR chat, I can't relax with friends, even just in desktop mode. It's something, and at that point, that was all I had, so it meant a lot to me mentally. Even after just a few short months of using it, it was connecting. I had really come to be socializing with some of these people, including that tiny little Netsu fluff that's just recently popped into chat for this evening. And amongst all the people that I've met on here that I hang out with, they definitely helped me people without peopling in a good way. If that makes any sense. And not being able to people these people was hard. That and I couldn't Chromecast the TV, so I couldn't do the stuff I normally would do on the television. So no HBO Max, no Netflix, no... I could use Disney Plus, but I had to use the Roku remote for it. And no YouTube. And for me, a lot of what I do in my daily is I use YouTube Chromecast to the television. Watching a lot of stupid stuff. I'm not advertising, not promoting any of these things, but I mean, I usually watch all of the late shows monologues the next day on YouTube. I have like 4 of them queued up that I will watch pretty much any day they exist, because it makes me laugh and gets me that little bit of news, but not being too news. And I usually watch Good Mythical Morning, because they make me laugh. And otters, you gotta watch your otter videos. Those are important. Hannah and Kataro and Fopsy, who's the other little girl otter we watch in the mornings? Sakura. Thank you. So you gotta watch your otter videos. Those are critical to life. And I know this is weird and a me thing and not everybody thing, but I have about 4 competitive eaters that I like watching on the YouTubes as well. Oh, Netsu, if you'd like, you're welcome to join. I would happily accept you if you're bored. So yeah, I have things I normally like to do, but the place we were staying uh, also had actual television up until like the last day we were there, and neither of us is used to this. Hello, my little dragon floof. There you are. You're such a pretty puff. Um, every time we stay somewhere where there is actual television and someone hands one of the two of us the remote control, we both look at the person who hands us the remote control and go, what do I do with this? I swear, after years and years of not having regular cable service, it has gotten a million times worse. I don't understand what's on television. I don't know how to find things. There's like networks upon networks of garbage. Even just scrolling through the stupid guide to find television shows is a pain in the patooter. We were just browsing through the channels, and the fact that it's like 2 or 3 pages of just the sports channels. Neither myself nor this little cute dragon here watch the sports balls. Any of them. Not the feets ball, not the non-American feets ball, not the baseball balls, not the basketballs, not the hockeys, any of that stuff. So we never know what to look at in here. It's like, oh, scroll through 10 pages of that, then you get to another section, you're like, and well, there's channels, I kind of recognize some of these names, maybe, but I don't know what any of these shows are. Food Network is totally not what it was back whenever I started watching Food Network. Now there's at least 2 Food Networks. I know there was Food Network and Food TV or something like that. When I started watching Food Network, there was only really like one food game show on there, and whether or not that was actually a game show or just kind of a play up on its existence, it was the original Iron Chef. Everything else on the Food Network was someone cooking food and telling you how to cook the food. Or occasionally, someone going and looking at someone else who makes food and giving you at least a rough idea of how they make their food in their restaurant. Now, it's like 2% that last part. So going to a restaurant and looking at someone else making food in a restaurant with equipment you don't own and can't afford by selling your house. And 98% straight game shows. And it feels like all just straight game show style, and some of them are fun. I'm not gonna lie, they're still entertaining, but it's not the same thing as enjoying, say, watching Emeril Lagasse teaching you how to make something on one of his 2 different cooking shows. When I started watching that channel, he had 2 cooking shows, Essence of Emeril and Emeril Lagasse. The Essence one was really a down-to-earth version where it was just him in a studio where he cooked, and he straight up taught you how. It wasn't even like a show. It was more of a, okay, then you take the chicken breast and you pound it and you put the seasoning and you put it in the oven for whatever, the steps to do whatever thing it was. He straight up was just teaching you how to cook whatever it was. And then he had his more bigger show version, which was in a studio. It felt very Oprah-esque in a sense. It was very big and flashy. But it was entertaining. He still taught you how to cook. He never fibbed. And you could always get the actual recipe off the internet. They kept every episode it did list what he was cooking and how to cook it. Even when he said, like, now take 100 cloves of garlic and throw them in there. You look online and go to the recipe. Oh, it's 3 cloves of garlic. Smash them, chop them, throw them in the bowl or whatever. But even in that show, they cut it for time. But if you were in the audience and he was cooking a turkey, you saw that turkey go in the oven and you were stuck in that building until he pulled that turkey out of the oven, and he had people at the front get to taste it. It's like, wow, that's an adventure. I always wanted to go on that show just to be a guest, to enjoy that experience, but it was never meant to be. During the end of my having cable the first time, it was right around the time that the Iron Chef America show just started, and I think they'd had 1 or 2 other kind of game show-esque shows, but it was still mostly cooking at that time. And I loved that. That was fun, but now it's like, game show here and there, that's entertaining. But I want the cooking channel for cooking, not for just showing me stupid stuff. Yeah. But, yeah. I don't understand most of the channels. You can't just buy, say, the 10 channels you actually want. Like I said, there were like 2 pages of sports channels in the middle of the mess. You had to scroll all the way. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, thank you. Cake. Yum, 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 yum. That's delicious looking. You get a couple other channels you might want out of these hundreds you have to pay for, including like Cartoon Network or whatever, or any of their extra Cartoon Network-y channels, because everything's become 10 channels. Nothing is a single channel anymore. The Disney Channel or whatever. The Toon Disney, Cartoon Disney, Teenager Disney. Ooh, the hell is good too. But even then, you get to one of these channels, and oftentimes it'll be playing the same show for like 6 hours straight. Okay. Well, if I really like this one show, I'm good. If I go there and... You're a donut now. You're adorable. If I go there and it's like, all right, well, this channel's showing this cartoon I don't want to see for the next 6 hours, and this food channel's showing this show I don't want to watch for the next 6 hours. This is showing this show I don't want to watch for the next 6 hours, and let me go see if there's some rerun sitcoms from the 80s that I could at least tolerate. And that's where I'd often end up when I'm at someone's television service zone. TV's a difficult thing. Even now, with what we pay for that we choose to have access to, we're considering getting rid of some of it in the near future. The one we're most considering dropping right now has been Netflix, because we're running out of things we want to watch on it. And any of the series they've started that we want to see more of, they've started to cancel, like, within a season of them. It's like, oh, wow, the Dark Crystal series, that was really good. That was awesome. Nope, that's it. We're done. They could have made more, but they stopped. It almost felt like they stopped mid-series. It's just like, done. And some of the stuff that was camping there is now moved to other locations. Things like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. moved over to Disney Plus. All of the superhero DC shows moved from there to HBO Max, who has all the DC streaming stuff now. So We have Disney Plus. We have HBO Max. And those are the two I spend most of the time watching on the TV when I'm not watching YouTube anymore. We also have Hulu, which comes free with our cell phone service. And every once in a while there's something that's on there that's not everywhere else, so I watch there. But that one also comes down to a rarity, but it's effectively free, so I'm not... Fireball. You put me in a donut. I'm in a donut. Goofball. You do realize I'm watching the delay version, so I don't even notice it at first. I love you, silly fluff. So, we're thinking about getting rid of Netflix after a couple of shows that my little Fopsy Woo has been watching ends. I don't remember the names of them. I don't watch them, so I don't pay as much attention. We also have Amazon Prime, so we have whatever's on that. And I'm not getting rid of Amazon Prime because I use that. That got me my windshield wipers. Ooh, where are you? There you are. Ooh, thank you. Eggs. I can't grab when I have the viewer up. It's okay. I'll grab it when I'm done. So we have all of those. Unfortunately, Netflix has become a lot sadder than it used to be. It used to be the only kid in the market, and everybody went there. But now we have all these other streaming services, so you're kind of at the point where pick the ones that actually have what you want, and don't pick the ones that don't. And maybe shop around month to month. I don't know. Pay for 3 months of Peacock and then switch off to Paramount Plus. And then switch off to one of the other ones. Whatever makes your fancy at the moment. I'm not telling you which to pick. I know two that I definitely don't want to not pay for because they're constantly putting out more stuff lately. And it's hard for me to not watch them, and that will be the HBO Max and the Disney Plus. And the fact that paying for both of those is about what I know our friends were paying for their cable service just really says, wow, I can't budget cable service if 1 year of these two things equals 1 month of paying for your cable service. What you got there? Where are you? There you are. You're making a mess, little Fopsy. You're pouring sugar or something on me. Is that flour? I'm not sure, but it's sugar.
This one's sweet. This one's sweet.
Goofball. I love my little dragon. Yeah. But right now, as far as things I'm watching that are currently airing new episodes, Titans has been airing new episodes, and I've been really enjoying that. We should be coming up on a new season of Doom Patrol. Well, we're halfway through a season of Doom Patrol, and then it took a break. And it seemed to be right around the time that either it stopped for a mid-season break or Titan stopped for the mid-season break. The other one showed its next section, so I'm kind of expecting we're about done with this series of Titans, so I'll probably get Doom Patrol soon. I hope. I really hope. Titans left on a cliffhanger. Doom Patrol really left on a cliffhanger. So I'm like super anxious to find out what happened there. But that's me babbling about what I like and what I think is fun. Well, would you like to take a tour of this place and see some of the fun stuff? And I will come back and check on chat here as I can. I have to turn chat off so I can actually move around and such. But I'll do my best to come back and see what's going on. Boop. Meow. All right. Behind the coffee bar, there is actually a fully operational coffee stuff. In fact, I'm gonna turn the camera off of streamer. I'll turn it back to photo. Did that work? No. Now I'm holding milk. Why am I holding the milk? There, I guess I'll lay it over there. All right. Milk, go over there. All right. Where's the coffee bits? Oh, the handles are up there. I'm too short. Hold on. I'm going to make myself tall. Avatars. I'll be Hopkin. Change it to Hopkin. There we go. Oh, thank you. Now I'm off camera. There we go. Now, take the coffee diffuser bit. And you put it in the grinder. Move the side so you can see it. There it is. The grinder. And I grind. It makes noise. And then you can take the grinder off. And you have the little coffee diffuser head. Boy, it's hard to get the camera in the right place. Put that down. Take your tamper. That's what you squish down the coffee with. Tamp it. Go away, tamper. Attach it into the coffee rig. As you can see it behind me, it's now in place. Got to reach down. Now I got to be short enough. No. You stay on there. Did it? No, it's still in there. No. Problem is they hand these to you upside down. There we go. One's in place. Let me get that up right. Oh, the double head, right? That's a full-size cup. No, I don't want that. I need the small cup. Small. I need espresso cup. There we go. This actually makes a difference. You cannot use the non-espresso cups in the espresso maker. It will not run. Okay. Can I show that? There, now you can see the two espresso cups are sitting in the espresso maker next to me. And I press the magic button. The right magic button. Not hot water. Oh, there we are. It's going. It's going. I'm making 2 espressos. There we are. 2 fresh espressos. You can have one, my love. And as you can see, it's actually got coffee in it. And you drink it. A little left. It's mostly gone. And it's empty. I drank my espresso. Boop. Kind of nifty. And there's a bunch of other cooking things here, like there's a hot water thing and eggs, which I guess you're boiling eggs. Okay. I think this is soap. Yeah, it's probably soap. Mixing bowl up here to mix things in. There's a dragon on my counter who's stealing the chocolate bar. Dragon. You have the chocolate? Chocolate. Ooh, coffee syrups too. Caramel. Alright, let me make sure I'm not missing anything fun in chat. Okay. Nope. No, I don't need the chocolate. Goofball. Oh, there's a microwave under the car. I didn't notice that before. And a cup of milk or something? I don't know. Anyway. Over here is one of the places we were at. And there's like a little veggie bowl thing going on. And a nice place to sit down. And though it's been somewhat manhandled by my cute one, there's a dessert tray there. Let me switch back to my kitty. I'm more in a Mulin mood. Zoop. Mulin. Change back. There we go. That way you can see a little bit more because this character is shorter. But lots of lovely desserts. And as we're coming in, you may or may not have noticed the chess tables behind me are on the floor. And they are functional, so you can actually sit here and play chess. And the other direction behind the chess is there's a stage up here for doing karaoke. So I could be up here and be like, I'm singing in the rain, 'cause I'm here now singing, all lights are binging. Min-May I am not. A few other little lounge area. There's steps back here to get up to that. There's a little lounge area down here. Use a comfy couch where you can. This is what the couch is looking at. Lovely rainy scene. So you can look out at this pretty city here. And above me, it's raining. So it's actually raining in the building because this is an open area. On the wall behind me are all these lovely pens. And if you've never played in VR chat with these, they are always fun. Because you could actually draw in midair, run around and make a doodle, and then leave it. And that's someone else's problem. But back inside, there's a lovely loungy hammock. And across from the hammock, look at the hammock, that way I can see back. There's a little swimming pool or fish pod, depending on what you turn it into. Poosh! Currently, there's fishies in here with me. But it actually has wet water physics, so I bounce around a little bit. Currently, it's turned on to both swimming pool and fish. And you can click to get out at the ladder. Oh, yes, here's the fun part. My little destructive child will like this. The fireworks are turned on. All right, I will shoot it. Actually, hey, little one, you want to grab one of those firework guns and shoot some fireworks behind me? Yeah, but... Oh, there we go. I can just shoot backwards. So there's fireworks guns, and there's other things like sporkler type candle-y things. Let's get lit. Get this did. And it shoots sporkles. Sporkles! That works, actually. Shoot over my shoulder. They go for a while, too. Let's leave that there with the rest of the fire. There's also Roman candles. Which, if you ever played with Roman candles, works just like an actual Roman candle. Pretty cool. And these ones, oh, these are bottle rockets. This one I know is kind of a pot thingy, so let me get the stick lighter. Light. Oh, there we go. Tilt that away from my face. Fireworks. Yes, it's safe that I'm doing that on the table with the other fireworks. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. And these things that look like primer cable. Move that out of the way. I'm trying to grab. You know what? Go this way. There we are. All right. Failed at that. 'Cause I don't know where the heck it went. I'm in the pool. That's probably not good for fireworks. All right. We light the primer cable. Doing a bad job showing that off, but it was a spinner. Try that again. There we are. Spinning in the background. Also, my little dragon is dual wielding firework launchers now. Which, this is adorable. I trust that one with explosives. That was one of my mistakes. Not my first one. And like most VR chat rooms, this one has a bedroom for cuddling in and whatnot. Or canoodling, you know, whatever you... I ain't here to judge. It's a nice little bedroom. It looks pretty comfy. Lots of mirror and stuff options. And then this doorway leads back into the coffee bar. So that's a quick tour of the... Oh, there's the eggs. Hello, the eggs. I'm going to grab those. Yeah, put those over here.
You want them hard boiled?
Yeah, I'm going to put them in the hot water. Thank you. Who's a good little draggy? Oh, there's a cola machine, too. Ooh, I didn't play with that last time. Can I grab a cup? Okay, I got a cup. I got a cup. Put the cup down. What is that? There's a frisbee. Go away, frisbee. How do I make it cup? I guess you can't make that cup. Why are you getting frisbees? They're trays. Sit that over there with the rest of the chaos. I don't know what this is, but it looks grindy and pressy. So I guess you can press things. You're putting plates on my head. You are strange children.
You see my wheelchair? Over here.
Where are you? Are you in the microwave? The small dragon is hiding in the microwave, being the fire. I don't think you're triggering your voice to go off. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I had him pushed.
Oh, okay.
Bring heat.
Good girl. Meow. Okay. Well, that's the area we're in. Let's see if chat has said anything while I've been hiding. Nope. Okay, I didn't miss anything important. Please, by all means, feel free to interrupt me. I don't mind. I'm a dork. I'm an easily interruptible dork. Fresh cake, coffee, grilled meat and vegetable, ice cream, and takoyaki. Ooh, a chair. Can I actually chair? I can chair. I chaired. Okay, I'm done with that exam. Oh, that's so mine. Do you see what that is, chat? Do you see what that is? I'm gonna make it rain. All right, I need a stripper. I have a money gun now. I have made it rain. It is full of monies. Those are dangerous. Oh, my little dragon is enjoying the vegetables. I'm being shot with money. It is raining. It be rain. It's raining tacos. I can't grab them. They appear to be 10,000 meow bucks. Probably based around yen or something like that. Ooh. 4 ads. I am sorry about the ads. You're just missing me being stupid and or being shot by money. Who's a good little dragon? You are. Good girl. You bring the chaos. You bring the donut. Someone blooped at me? Wrong button. Was that someone wanting to join me, or was that a group I'm in that's having a event? Probably an event or something I'm missing and not caring that much about. Social. Yeah, it's probably some event I'm allowed to go to, but I'm not going to because I'm doing this. Yay! One of the things I'm rewatching right now on the HBO Max is, huh? Oh, hello, Pony.
Hi.
Welcome to my stream.
Yay.
Oh, shit. Hi.
Making it raid like a good little deer.
Don't worry, sweetie. We'll censor that in post.
Sure, why not?
We're not going to censor it.
Nope. So one thing I have been watching lately was I was rewatching Young Justice because it amuses me. The little Lord of Chaos said the important line of, "Yeah, I bring the chaos." I like him. He's a fun character.
Too tall. Close enough.
Are you trying to play chess?
I haven't played chess. In a long time.
Play the chess. Play it. Win. The horsey guy moves in an L shape, and the preacher man moves in a diagonally. And there's a thing called castling that I never understood. And now I'm covered in money. Money! Also, there's that drawing in the air that like some cat did earlier that I'm blaming on someone else. Totally blaming on everyone else.
You are doing it.
Donut.
Cute donut.
And apparently I have another fluff that showed up. I have a Frito the Fox. Hello. Welcome to my stream. End of the coffee house. Feel free to make yourself an espresso if you like, or if you can figure it out. I think it's the most people I've ever actually had show up. Ooh, what does this button do? Oh, I know this one. I know what this bit is. This one shoots love.
All the love.
Love.
All the love.
I'm shooting love at my little dragon.
Yay.
Love. I'll shoot the little deer. Disappeared. It disappeared.
Fierce.
Boing, boing. It's raining hearts now. There's a butterfly up there. Yoink. Such fun toys. Gonna start getting ready to finish up my shift. Have a good remainder of your stream. Why, thank you. Have a good rest of your night, Mad Cat, and thank you again for all the subsidies. You've been a wonderful little fluff. Way too good to me. You are too nice. Give me 2 30-second and a 15-second ad each. Well, that's not too bad, and thank you for enduring the ads. Every time you see one of those or you pay for a subby, it does help support this channel, so you're helping me potentially afford a set of trackers so that I can be more than just hands and a face. One day. Oh, thank you. What did you bring me I'm clicked in the thing. You brought me a very large microphone. Hello. Son bien un haduk gitero. You be na de meshta. Felicita. Allo, allo. Som vi Shiro. Picasso sem Blackbeat. Gisset Monique on Senemik. Vdesa blesh van numa ye. Numa ye. Numa ye. Ki fodan shiragos ladin ye. Nani beste okipe. I don't remember the whole song. Anyway, yeah. I'm running out of things to say. Anybody else got anything? Anyway, my brain went puddle. But I know where I can send everybody. Because I see someone on that I actually think is fun. When it actually came up right. Perfect. Perfect. And I think they're still streaming for a while. I hope. But anyway, thank you all for spending some time with me enduring my my derpiness. I'll stop recording.